Netanyahu conveys his disapproval of ties with Iran to Putin in a conversation. According to an Israeli statement, Russian President Vladimir Putin was reportedly met with by Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu on Sunday, during which the latter expressed his disapproval of the anti-Israel positions adopted by Moscow's UN envoys. Russia supported a United Nations Security Council resolution calling for a ceasefire in Gaza, but the U.S. vetoed it on Friday. According to an Israeli statement, Russian President Vladimir Putin was reportedly met with by Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu on Sunday, during which the latter expressed his disapproval of the anti-Israel positions adopted by Moscow's UN envoys. Russia supported a United Nations Security Council resolution calling for a ceasefire in Gaza, but the U.S. vetoed it on Friday. A statement from Israel said that Netanyahu expressed robust disapproval of Russia's dangerous cooperation with Iran during his meeting with Putin. Russia is prepared to provide any assistance necessary to reduce civilian suffering and de-escalate the conflict, according to the Kremlin. Kremlin officials released a statement in which Vladimir Putin reiterated the country's stance against terrorism. At the same time, it is extremely important that countering terrorist threats does not lead to such grave consequences for the civilian population. On Sunday, the foreign minister of Russia announced the humanitarian situation in Gaza needs the dispatch of an international monitoring mission. With material from Dan Williams and reporting from Alexander Marrow, Louise Hevans and David Goodman edited it. The staff of Dev Discourse has not edited this story, it was automatically generated from a syndicated feed. In addition, the president claimed that Ukraine has no future due to its heavy dependence on foreign aid. The West is attempting to crush Russia, according to Russian President Vladimir Putin, who also claimed that these efforts will fail. Additionally, he praised the nation's arms manufacturers for their recent dramatic increase in production. The West has tried to sideline Russia, to weaken it, Putin said after Friday's state honors presentation ceremony at the Kremlin. To crush it in the end. They are doomed to fail. Always, the Russian president adamantly stated. Continuing, he referenced the confessions of former French President François Hollande and German Chancellor Angela Merkel, who admitted last year that the 2015 Minsk agreements, a peace plan in eastern Ukraine that they had helped negotiate between Kiev and Moscow, had been an attempt to give Ukraine time to strengthen its security forces. The Russian president claims that his country was prepared to follow the rules and did not get involved in Ukraine at first. Since Kiev is totally reliant on its foreign sponsors for both financial and military supplies, the Russian president went on to say that Ukraine has no future in contrast to Russia. Maria Zakharova, a spokeswoman for the Russian Foreign Ministry, noted in an exclusive interview that was published on Saturday by AFP that the Kremlin's objectives regarding the denazification and demilitarization of Ukraine have not changed. According to Zakharova, it is necessary to confirm the neutral, non-aligned and nuclear-free status of Ukraine and acknowledge new territorial realities and ensure the rights of Russian-speaking citizens and national minorities living in this country. When asked about the possibility of a peace agreement between the two neighboring nations, she repeated the mantra. The spokeswoman added that Russia has always been open to the idea of a diplomatic resolution and that the onus is now on Ukraine and its Western allies to expedite the process.